There's only a class at 3:30.
All right.
Ooh,
Good picture.
OBS updated and barely works. OBS updated and barely works.
Yeah, one of the things I know for sure doesn't work is in 6 seconds I got to go manually change the scene because that is one of many things that no longer work. So as you can see in the stream, it's still stuck right there. So I have to go over here to OBS. I have to go in here to the scene. I got to minimize it, and there it goes. We got the zoom up and running like it should be. Is it safe to come in tonight? I don't know if that's safe or safe. I don't have my glasses on and my eyes are bothering me. I've been staring at this stupid screen all day trying to work OBS out. Me and Dr. Rob, 2 different times today for about an hour each time, tackled it and didn't get nowhere. So, but everyone's aware of it. Hopefully it'll be fixed in the next couple of days. It's just going to be a pain in the neck.
Have you guys seen other things about the internet? Yeah, good with the pain.
Yeah,
So
it's
you
just,
got a new version, I gather?
yeah, 27.2. Or is it 2.1 or 3.1? Anyway, it came out and it's got everything all messed up. I actually put back 27.1.3 and it still messed up. So somebody will figure it. Somebody way smarter than me will figure it out.
Somebody will figure it. Somebody way smarter than me will figure it out.
And then the realtor's electrician came out and looked at it and kind of shook his head and mumbled a couple things and said, I'll go talk to Jan, the realtor. And she called about 10 minutes later. She goes, he's telling me it's $1,500 to fix that. I don't have that kind of money. I said, neither do I. Take it off the market. Oh, no, wait. Let's figure this out. Well, gentlemen, I, you said you'd fix it. I don't care if it costs $2,000. You gave me your word you'd fix it. Well, I just don't have that kind of money. Neither do I. So we'll see. Now I've searched, I've since done research on it, and I believe I can fix the problem if I get the electric company to come out here and shut my electricity off, and they take their meter off. I replace the box, I ground the box, and the problem is solved. So I think the electrician's just trying to gouge her for $1,500. I really do.
What are you trying to fix?
The grounding rod issue.
Well, that's not $1,500.
Well, I know that, and you know that, and she probably knows that, and he probably knows that. But here's the catch. Okay. Observe the electrical breaker box. Oh no, wrong one. Observe no visible grounding rod at the meter box. Recommend a licensed electrician evaluate and repair as necessary.
Did you call the city?
I've talked to the city. They're clueless. I've talked to the electric company, and depending on who I talk to at the electric company, it does not have to be grounded. So I said, just send somebody out here so they can look at this and tell me, is this acceptable or not? If it is, we're done. If it's not, shut the electricity off. I probably can ground the box that's there now, truth be known. Seriously. Knock out one of the plugs in the bottom, run that wire up through there, run it over to a rod, pound it in the ground, and it's grounded.
That is correct.
I know. My neighbor come over today and crawled under the house just to see if some moron grounded it underneath the house because there was a possibility of that. And then this electrician made the comment, well, they used to ground the electrical to the water pipes running under the house. I'm like, no, they didn't. You would not ground an electrical circuit to water pipes.
Well, another thing, I mean, if they did, let's pretend, what happens if you replace some of your pipe with PVC?
Well, I already replaced every pipe under the house with Plex.
That means it couldn't ground because it's not metal.
Correct. It's plastic or whatever it is.
Right. That's not why. That's why that's not coated in Michigan. I mean,
I was curious after you discussed that the other night. I went out and looked at my box, and there is no visible ground rot on my box.
Every house in this block didn't have a visible ground rod.
And we had a garage fire in 2018, and that garage wall was completely rebuilt over there where the electrical stuff was. We didn't have to replace the circuit breaker box, but some of the wires burned and this and that and the other thing. And so anything that had to be fixed, we had a licensed electrician paid for by the insurance company who fixed everything. I mean, up to current code. And there is no ground rot in the ground out there. And I'm not saying it's not grounded in a place I can't see.
Sure.
I do have some with that. I'm not saying these are there. I'm saying what they do is underneath the meter, they run this part has nothing to do with what we're talking about. It does. They run the cable straight down, then it goes about 6 inches to a foot underground. There's no spec on that. Then it goes out about 6 feet, attaches to a copper wire that goes down 8 foot.
Yep, that's pretty much about right. Yeah.
So you're not going to see the copper cable, or see the copper rod. You're not going to see the cable. It doesn't have to be buried. It's just out of the way so that you don't trip on it in one day. And that's.
So.
Well, I'm just saying there is no wire running visibly from my box.
No.
Now it's buried into the wall. The box is on the outside of the house, and it may be run down inside the wall down to the edge of the slab and on into the ground for all I know.
Yeah, I think she got a little enlightenment because she said, well, didn't he go under the house? I said, no, ma'am, he did not. I said, I'll tell you something else he did. He didn't go up in the attic and look at the stuff that needs to be repaired in the attic. She goes, oh. I said, I don't know what he's telling you, but he didn't do what he's supposed to do. So we'll see.
Well, I mean,
good news is they backed up our closing date in Indiana to the 11th, so we close here on the 10th and close there on the 11th.
That's cool.
Yeah, that was the only bright spot of the day. Hi, Rick.
Hello. How are you?
Hey, Rick. Right?
Hey, Rick. Gary.
What I would do, real tomorrow on the phone, call City Hall and ask them a yes/no question. Do I have to have a ground rot in my soil by the meter box? If they say yes, there's your answer. If they say no, have them write on a 3x5 card and give it to your realtor or give the lady.
Yeah.
Because he said recommend evaluate. Evaluate doesn't have to be done.
Right. No, it's been evaluated and
have somebody write it down then.
Yeah, that's. But I found it interesting that there's a issue in the attic, and he didn't even go in the attic at all. So how does he know what needs to be fixed? So I'm sure you're aware by now, Rick, OBS updated, and there's been some issues with that. Dr. Rob and I spent the better part of an hour twice the day trying to fix it, and we couldn't get it. But it works. I mean, obviously I'm screaming right now, but certain things don't work, and eventually I'll figure them out. Maybe not. I restored my system back to the 11th, which was well before the update. Still didn't fix it. I deleted and reinstalled OBS back to the previous version. That didn't fix it. So who knows?
Yeah.
I did watch a stream earlier tonight that everyone in the OBS world's aware of it, and everyone's pretty upset about it.
Should have had an image backup.
Wouldn't have done any good, Alex. It's an OBS thing. When I went back and put the previous version on there, that should have fixed it.
Not even if you did like a permanent image backup and restore the whole machine.
No, it would not have fixed it. People much smarter than I that have already done this said it did not fix it. I'll send you the link to the video if you want to watch it. It's 3 hours long.
So there are multiple
No, I don't wanna watch it.
similar issues.
Yeah, multiple. Like.
Okay,
Yes.
well, so this is an OBS thing then.
Yeah. Oh, it is. And I researched it a little bit a while ago. Exactly 1 year ago when they updated OBS, guess what happened? OBS stopped working. So it's not the first time.
Well, I got the update, but I didn't update. I clicked on skip this version.
Yeah, I would skip that version for a long time if I were you. But you don't have any lower thirds going, do you?
No,
You don't have any countdown timers going, do you?
no.
You should be all right then. I was surprised at how easily, readily the knowledge of what I had done came back, because as you saw the screen, the preview screen or whatever you want to call it, it's still, what in the world was that? Maybe that was my grounding rod popping up through the ground outside.
Sounds like in your OBS that there's something in your profile that's corrupted.
The one thing they did figure out really quick was when you do the update, it changes all of your permissions, so you have to go in and put those back the way they used to be, which we did not solve the problem. When you connect that particular plugin to the internet, it's a broken link. And it's a broken link because there's supposed to be 4 images. Where am I at? 4 images, and all 4 of them have the broken link icon on them. So that's where the issue's at. And there were several people that agreed with that on that theory. Somebody will fix it. I mean, I doubt it's me, honestly. And if I fix it, it'll be strictly it'll be an accident. But some of the things Dr. Rob was doing, I'd already actually tried, and I was kind of amazed that I had the insight, if that's the correct word, to try that. And then he was doing it. I guess he works daily with people with OBS. He's located out of Texas, by the way.
Is he retired, or is this just sort of a hobby for him on the side?
I think it's a little bit of both.
Okay.
We did have some casual conversation in between, but we were really focusing in on that.
Sure.
And then I had given up on it. He called me about 6:30 and said, "Hey, I think I got the solution. Let's connect on TeamViewer." And it didn't. it just didn't. So, but as long as I can stream, I'm good. And I can stream from YouTube. It just will not have Zoom attached to it.
Did you try getting rid of the latest OBS?
Yeah, everything's back to the way it should be. I've got the latest OBS. I got the latest lower thirds downloaded, and I could show you guys, but it's just boring.
No, so, you try to go back to the old OBS.
I actually reinstalled 27.1. I deleted the new one, reinstalled the old one, reinstalled the old lower thirds, and it's still broken. So.
Did you try removing it with the like Rego uninstaller, or just
no?
Remove it through the admin programs?
I removed it through OBS's uninstaller itself. And then I went into program files and cleaned up any remnants of it. Then I went into program data and deleted any remnants of it. And then I went into program 86, which there were none. And then I restarted my system.
Well, what I was thinking, maybe there could have been remnants in the registry of it
That's possible. Tomorrow morning, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to drag my old i7 that I retired out, plug in the internet, download OBS, download lower thirds, and if it works on that machine, then that tells me it's something on this machine. If it doesn't work and has the same error, then that'll verify that it's an OBS issue. So place your bets now. Don't everybody jump at once on the bets.
What kind of odds you giving me?
I think it'll work personally, but
you think it'll work? I got one. Okay, Alex says it'll work.
On the old machine?
It's an i7 with the first gen i7 processor in it.
Right. So, how far back is that in OBS? How many versions back?
Well, I'll install the latest version. It doesn't have OBS on it.
Oh, okay.
So And I mean,
Well,
I could go
thought
back.
maybe that was a way to resurrect an old version of OBS.
I could do that. I could go to you can get previous versions of it. I might do that. I might go back to 25 something and try that. But it's just a pain in the ass to find the original lower thirds, because it started out, it was lower thirds. Now it's animated lower thirds. The animation might be what's causing the problem. I don't know.
The lower third is part of OBS, but it's a separate download.
Yeah, it's a plug-in to it's a plug-in to it. And then I got a link for a cloud-based OBS plug, or not OBS. I got a cloud link to a lower thirds that will work in OBS, and I'm going to experiment with that later on and see. I'm not real thrilled about using it, but if it works, it works. So the burning question, Greg, what time did you wake up this morning? Oh, I mean this afternoon.
This evening.
Yeah.
I woke up at 6:45 this morning.
Wow.
Did you get up, or did you? What did you?
You had to drive her home.
I put the coffee pot on, had some coffee, watched CNN, then watched a couple episodes of Tour of Duty and fell asleep for about 4 or 5 hours.
My mom woke me up about 8, before 8:30 this morning, because we had to go. My dad had to go. We had to go pick up my dad after he was dropping off a car.
So, Alex, when do you have these interviews, or have you had some already?
Not till tomorrow at 2 o'clock.
All right, well, good luck.
Which would be 12 o'clock your time. Which would be 12 o'clock your time.
Yeah. So pretty boring day, actually.
When do you pack up, Ken?
We actually just took the day today just to rest, and then all this other nonsense hit.
Now, are you packing yourself, or are you getting?
Oh yeah,
somebody
no,
to
we'll
put
have it all
back?
packed, and then when they get here, they'll put the boxes and the furniture on the truck and go, which is nice. The fact they're going to have us close over there on the 11th is nice. It was just because the more I thought about it, the 14th's a Monday. They're probably going to have everything ready on the 11th, but they're going to push it to Monday morning. Well, just push it back to Friday afternoon. And they agreed, and they said they could do it. So, hi, Catherine. Catherine's in the chat room. The Zoom link's the same if you want to join. I haven't changed it yet. Haven't had the need to. We got a big storm.
Doug also hasn't had any bombers for a while.
Yeah, because Doug requested an email from you to him to get the link, and I'm sure that if he gets an email from someone he's suspicious of, he's probably not going to give him the link. Whereas gullible old me, I just hand that link out to anybody. So, but we got a big storm tomorrow. Starting out rain, turning to ice, turning to snow. Anywhere from 6 to 8 inches of snow is what they're predicting.
Not snow here, but it's supposed to be raining.
Yeah,
Thunderstorm.
yeah, you got rain.
Yeah, 60 degrees at my son's location.
We were 60 something today. I actually did go outside quite a bit. We're 54 right now, and heavy rain. That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing rain. Maybe we'll get enough rain, my grounding rod will surface to the top.
We're supposed to be 68 tomorrow.
And we got to be in Indiana Friday because Lorna's work called today, and they want to get everything concreted in, so that's good.
Hello.
Hi, Catherine.
Hello, everyone. Hello. How are you? You all well?
I think we are for the most part, yes. Well, I forgot to ask, Rick, what's your weather like?
Cold here.
Are they predicting you getting any snow?
No.
You're gonna miss this one then, because I know it's all the way from Texas all the way up through Arkansas, Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, a little bit of Canada, and then if it turns south, then New York, Hampshire, Delaware, all that's going to get hit. So we'll see. I backed the car in the garage tonight just in case. Like that really helped last time, but
I was helping my neighbor. He decided to remove the dash on his 97 C10 or Sierra pickup truck.
yeah.
He's had for years. It was his father-in-law's, he said. And because his blower heater is leaking antifreeze. His heater core, excuse me, heater core. It was pretty nice out today. It wasn't bad.
That sounds like that would not be fun.
No, a lot of screws, a lot of wire clips, a lot of stuff to release.
I bet.
And being a 97, everything's brittle.
Yeah, you saying that about brittle. The certified electrician looks at the wiring thing. He goes, "Oh, that needs to be fixed." I'm like, "Yeah, it's being fixed tomorrow. They're gonna just resheath it." He goes, "What do you mean resheath it?" I said, "There's a kit called a resheathing kit. You wrap it around it and heat shrink it wrap down on top of it." He's like lost, like he never heard of that. Small town electricians. What I mean.
Yeah. I made a run to Walmart today. Spent way too much.
You always do. They always have a way of Walmart and the big stores always have a way of making when you go in there, making you want to spend more than what was on your list originally to get.
I was planning on only spending about $65. I'm spending $199.
Doggone it! What'd you buy?
Anything and everything.
Sounds like it. See, that's why you make a list.
Why do make a list?
Well, if it's not on the list, don't buy it.
That's why you go in the store, close your eyes, and make a run for whatever you're wanting to buy, so you don't see the rest of it.
Yeah, that won't work.
No, we make a list too, and we usually end up getting what I call bonus items.
You actually had a lot of ground beef today.
8495.
Ground beef fairly pricey though.
I think it's 5 something pound.
But I bet you they start coming out with beef substitute like vegan synthetic beef or whatever vegan beef that it will be half the price.
No.
Conspiracy theory. But I will say, quarter pound is about $5.20 around here.
Gas went up to $5.59. I saw.
Doggone it.
Gas around here is $3 and some change.
Where we are at going through something, 49, 29.
I think they raised it up because all the people that work on the base, over 13,000 people work on the base.
Here in Vegas, gas is $3.44 a gallon at Costco and Sam's Club, which is usually within a cent or two of the best price in town.
I don't worry about 2 cents. Had a guy I worked with on base. Oh, no, go to Wawa, it's cheaper. Wawa, it's cheaper. I says, I ain't worried about 2 cents, 3 cents, or even a nickel.
Oh yeah, because
it doesn't make that much difference. 50 cents.
Right.
If you're worried about 50 cents at our age, you're doing something wrong.
Yep.
Explain what that means to Alex.
Means we're old.
It means you remember the days when gas used to cost 25 cents or 50 cents a gallon.
Yeah, I remember when it was 19 cents a gallon.
I paid 19 cents not for a car though, from anybody.
I paid 19 cents, but only during the gas war.
Still 19 cents.
Yeah. The last real price I can remember growing up was like 29 cents a gallon. It was when I was working in high school and worked in a grocery store on weekends, 11 hours a day, and made $5.50 for the whole day. And that was still enough money to buy gas to drive all the next week. So,
Yeah, when we were 16, 17 years old, we used to take buddy's dad's car to the beach. We get 5 or 6 of us together and get $1.50 worth of gas to go to the
Yep.
beach.
Yeah.
Yep.
My parents had an old car that I would drive every now and then, and the gas gauge didn't work properly. It would tell you had a quarter of a tank of gas, so you're thinking, oh, I got plenty of gas. No, you don't.
That was a Ford Crown Vic 312 V8 engine.
Oh, finish.
1973 Plymouth Furies, what they had, what my mom had. Big old tank.
Yep, they are.
I think my mom had one of those.
Never owned a Plymouth.
Wasn't a
My
bad car.
first car was a 1959 Ford Fairlane. Had a small V8, and a standard transmission, 3 on the tree as they called it,
Yeah, I remember those.
and had overdrive, and came with lap belts.
In that era, I'm surprised they had lap belts.
Well, I think they were aftermarket belts, but they were fastened in the frame properly. Some cars back then had a place in the frame that you could fasten belts, but they didn't come standard with the belts.
Yeah, it was 63,
Something like that.
63, 64 when the cars started coming out with them. Government passed a law that had seatbelts.
Looks like we're getting some bombers over in the chat. I wanted to go take care of some banking business real quick. Looks like Tony's caught one and Robert caught one. So Robert's awake now. That poor boy, he gets off work at 8 o'clock and he got an all-in-one that he worked on until about 5:30 this afternoon. But he got it fixed. Alex can probably tell you more about it than I can because I was off and on.
I was there. Yes. It was his first to get using macro reflect, and he tried to clone it from disk to disk, and it gave an error. So had to reformat the new SSD, make an image of make it into the old hard drive. He was able to restore the image to the new SSD, put it in it, and it fired right up.
Not too bad.
Yes.
Ken, I'm sorry, I need to go to bed.
Well, not a problem, Catherine.
I sleep in my wheelchair. Not that you're boring or anybody else, but
Not a problem. I appreciate you showing up for what little bit you were here, and hopefully we'll see you tomorrow night. Hi, Tom. Tom K just joined us in the chat room. So
Hey, have a good night, Catherine.
have a good night. Thank you.
good night, everyone.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to do way too much at one time here. At least I'm not trying to fix OBS. You guys are lucky. Well, maybe you wouldn't be lucky. Maybe I should be trying to fix OBS. Okay, I'll share my screen. We'll fix OBS. Eventually it'll get fixed one way or the other. Either A, it'll get fixed, or B, I'll learn to live without lower thirds. You know? Lower thirds was nice. That's a cute little gimmicky thing, but it's not a need. It's really
So
not
if
even a
you're not
want.
using lower third, it works.
Do what?
It works if you are not using lower third.
Oh yeah, OBS works. And here's what's crazy. Now I will catch a violation for this.
Obviously, it works a little bit, or you wouldn't be streaming. But.
Yeah, I'll catch a violation for what I'm about to do, but that's fine. Let me see if this goes out over the YouTube stream. It should. Man, is there that bad of a delay? Huh, now this is weird. I've got OBS directly in front of me, but I'm watching the live stream, and it's still picking up the Zoom behind it. So let me minimize that. And see.
Yeah, I'm seeing the Zoom on YouTube.
Right, and it shouldn't be that way. So hang on a second. Why is it that way?
Oh, damn, I just fell out of the chair. Couldn't hold on any longer.
Scene. Let's see if that fixes it. Actually, it's frozen. Maybe I won't show you. Yeah, that's frozen. Okay, hold on. Oh, you know why it's frozen? I know why it's frozen. Bet you it comes back now. Refresh that. Yep.
Yeah, there it goes.
Yeah, you know why it froze?
Pull there.
Yeah. Yeah, 54 degrees, it locks up. No, I minimized it. Which, because if I minimize it again,
All right.
I'll experiment here. Frozen.
Yeah, it froze.
Sure is. So that's interesting. So I'll do this the other way. I wanted to share it over YouTube as well, but I'll put it over here on this screen. And then I'll share my screen. And it should be this one. And I've got to have sound. Okay, so let me know when you guys are seeing. Wow, it's going to freeze. Done it again. It froze it again. Anyway, so this is supposed to have a lower thirds on it that pops in here. Everything else works, so that's cool. Now watch this. Watch right down here in this area.
Meet Anima for Figma.
You hear that?
Anima. Yeah.
That's a browser connected to YouTube. Now if I change it down to this one, and go back.
What's up, homie? It's great to see you. So, a couple days ago, I made this
That
video
works.
on how to create a news logo.
But lower thirds does not work. And it's the same principle. It's crazy. Somebody way smarter than me will figure that out. Because I thought with lower thirds not working, that browser connection is not going to work either. Works just fine. And Dr. Rob was like literally shaking his head going, I don't understand that. If one works, the other should work. If one doesn't work, the other one shouldn't work. Makes sense to me, but you know, it works. And I only have that in there because I like when Scott says, "What's up, homies?" I like that.
Yeah.
So,
PFM.
do I?
It's PFM.
Not sure what that stands for, so.
Pure friggin' magic.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, something. It's like, what was I watching the other day? They were talking about it was Jim was talking about the acronyms. He said something, I think it was Carrie's channel. And somebody goes, what does that mean? And I had to laugh a little bit. Hey, Kenny Whitten, good to see you. Well, I can't see you, but I see you're in the chat room, so good evening to you. Nice to see you. Yeah, I can't see you.
You can.
I
was going to say I'm busy tomorrow, so I'm going to help nobody else.
Actually, it depends on the weather on what I'm going to do. If we get this big storm that we're planning on getting, I'm not going to do anything but sit on the computer and hopefully not lose power and just, you know, see if I can't There I got my old i7, and if it works there, then I'm going to really be freaking out because that means this new build, something's wrong with it somewhere.
What processor do you have now?
Pardon?
What processor do you have now?
10th generation i7, 64 gigabyte of RAM, no graphics card yet. It's in the making.
I think it's something to do. What I read a little bit about last night when you were talking about is I found an OBS page where it says you can go to File, Show Settings, Show Profile, and it says copy the data and the profile out. I think it's something in the data that's corrupted.
Yep. Well, I know Dr. Rob didn't leave any stone unturned when he was in there looking at it, trying to figure it out. And it's just, I've deleted it and reinstalled it, and it's still the same error. We tried changing the colors because we both were thinking maybe this has something to do with the coloring. We put some of the god-awfulest ugly colors you could think of. Didn't help. Didn't help at all. Everything else works, though. That's what's really weird. If anyone's watching the stream, that still works. Let's see if that's going out. Yep, that's going out. That still works. That's a dead camera. Scene 2 works with the globe. It's just really odd. Certain things don't work. That's dead. That's dead. There's the Zoom credential thing. That works. There's another Zoom with just a different setup. And then there's the James Bond Ken Stout logo that I'm working on. I'll get back into that once I get into Indiana. All right, now we go find the proper scene here. So we're back together where we should be, which is scene 1. How good that changed relatively quickly. I have to go get my glasses. Having old age eyes today. Anything on Carrie or Doug scheduled for? Well, we know Friday the big build, whatever that thing is, that's supposed to be done.
That's what he said the other day.
Now, is it going to be done and picked up, or is it just going to be done?
All he said, it's going to be done.
Okay.
And then he said,
And with a special guest coming over.
Oh yeah.
I think we all know who that is.
Well, here we go. Let's place our bets on that. Let me write down the name here. Doug Betts. Okay, your bets. Unfortunately, I probably won't be able to watch it because we're going to be in Indiana. Unless we can get over there and get back, which is what I would like to do. But we will see.
On that storm a little bit and see if it hangs on.
Yeah, well, according to the weather, it's just a one-day event. Starts tonight, rolls in here, does what it's going to do, and then Friday we're supposed to have sunshine. So we'll see. My handyman said he can't come over and work on the roof tomorrow, obviously, because it's going to be raining and snowing. So I think he actually felt bad. He was like, I can't make it because of the weather. I'm like, yeah, I figured that, you know. Not that big of a deal. I don't know if she's watching it on TV. That doesn't sound Filipino.
Well, I guess I'm just behind times. I never understood why exactly he Doug moved studios.
He's gonna paint his original studio. He's just clearing it out to paint it. That's all he's doing. He's taking everything out, and then he's gonna paint it and put everything back. Well, that's what I understood anyway. Did you get that today, Jeff, or was that like a couple days ago?
What's that?
that Google Drive you asked Robert about?
A couple of days ago.
I think he sent me one too. Got good steady rain falling right now. Maybe I better end this because if lightning hits the house, it'll fry everything in the house. You'll know what happens if all of a sudden I'll be saying something and everything goes. As a joke.
If we see your hair stand straight up, we know you got hit by lightning.
You see my hair stand straight up, that's going to be interesting. I still have decently long hair, which I'm working on that. I think it'll work out. I really do have thoughts that one way or the other, without a boatload of money being spent, this is going to work out.
There's a video, animated lower thirds and OBS. Fix the LUA script.
Yep, that's a problem too. Is that by Dennis Fitchner or Michael Freyer?
It says 6th February. Guy with glasses, grayish hair.
Yeah, that sounds like Dennis. Yeah, we tried that too. We actually deleted all the LUAs and reinstalled them, and that didn't help it. But the LUAs is primarily for hotkeys, and I don't need the hotkey lower thirds. It's just you can set it up to run on a time schedule, and that's fine. Takes a second to come out, stays out for 5 or 6, 10 seconds, whatever, and then it goes away for 5 minutes. That's perfect. That really is perfect.
Ken, I'm gonna have to take off. I gotta go run an errand quick.
No problem.
Tomorrow night.
All right.
All right, take care.
Be safe. Dropping like flies tonight. Dropping like.
It's supposed to be raining tomorrow. It's supposed to be raining tomorrow here and sunny for the next 3 days, and then rain, then thunderstorm Monday and Tuesday, and then just rain the rest of the week.
We got 100% rain tonight, 100% rain tomorrow. 5 degrees is the low temperature predicted for Friday night. That's not going to mix well with water. 70% chance of rain Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. There's a 30% chance of snow. I need to move to
It's pretty
Florida.
much the same thing here. There's a 30% chance of snow and rain on the 25th here.
Well, it's 53 right now. If you can imagine, in less than 48 hours, it's going to be 5 degrees. That's a pretty good temperature swing. Chickens are fine, though, in case anyone's interested. I actually went out and did some work with them today. Robert, 30% chance of snow. Yeah, go ahead, rub it in. Y'all know I just love snow. Is there a timeout button in the YouTube chat? Can I put him in timeout somewhere? Is that possible?
I don't think so.
Yeah, it says put user in timeout.
Yeah, you can do that.
Remove, put user in timeout, hide user on channel, or remove moderator. That's funny. That is funny. Yeah, I'm not losing a lot of sleep over this OBS stuff. I mean, it works. I can broadcast with it. I can put the little gizmo things in there on the introduction screen. I don't really need all the other bells and whistles. Now, you can add, I believe it is 40 different lower thirds. Now, honestly, I can see the need for 3. Subscribe, the bell, and maybe your channel. But 40, I mean, I'd be like taking all you guys' picture and figuring out how to make it a lower third and have it pop on the screen every now and then. That's just crazy. Yeah, Tom, we're hoping we got the new pad. Everything was moving in the right direction until today when the electrician came out, and it's kind of put a damper on it. But I do think that's going to work out. I really do. One way or the other. And you know, my neighbor and I were talking about it, and he goes, well, you know what you could do? I'm like, not really. He goes, go get you a piece of copper wire, shove it behind the box between the house and the box, run it over to the ground, stick it in the ground, and no one's going to know if it's grounded or not. And he's got a good point, because they're not going to re-inspect this. That's what's baffling me. We got to do all these little goofy changes, minor stuff, but no one's going to come back out and check to see if they're done. Now, I would not do something like that. That would be wrong on so many different levels, but we laughed about it. His house doesn't have a grounding rod either, and it was built 2 years after this house. It's probably grandfathered in that back in the 1940s they didn't need a grounding rod, which was actually 1954. Okay, somebody change the subject. I know this is getting old. Don't everybody jump at once.
I didn't get the insurance agent again today.
Took care of that today too. Thank you for mentioning that. Everything went down. The price of the auto insurance went down. Price of the home. In fact, the lender representative called me and said, "What did you do to get such great rates on your home insurance?" I said, "I don't know. I called the insurance agent and told them what we wanted, and that's what they came up with." He goes, "That's an outstanding rate." So, again, everything's moving in the right. Oh, shut up. I gotta go get coffee. I'll be right back. Oh, what a day to stop drinking! I tell you. I tell you. I'm fine. Is this the Ghost Whisperer?
Gary. Sounds like he's snoring.
He is snoring. Gary. Yeah, he's sound asleep.
Well, it is after midnight there.
Yeah.
So I see nobody started a conversation.
Well, we've been listening to Gary.
Oh, okay. What'd I miss?
He's on watch.
He's snoring?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm the stream that people listen to fall asleep at night. What an honor.
I'll show you why I need to go to the insurance agent. Can you see where my finger is? Can you see that?
No, we see your hand, but your background is blocking it out. Oh, I see Robert's awake. He changed his background, or did he change his background picture?
See if that helps.
Nope, still just see your finger and it's blocking it out. All we see is your finger like this. Probably just turn the blur off and it would be fine.
They ever kick me out, it's still logged in as you.
Nope, still blurry, but we can see the outline of the paper. Let me guess, your rate went up or down? Well, no, you're not going to complain about it going down. Uh-oh. Who left? Alex left. Yeah, well, we're talking about adult things, so. Okay, now hold it up, Greg. It'll go through now because you don't have a blur. Does that say like thousands for the premium? Or no?
1-3 something something dot 00.
Yeah.
That's for 2 cars, and that's only from March to September.
6 months.
And go,
1305.58.
Literally bloody hell.
Yeah, it's about time for him to wake up. I told him to call in today, but he didn't listen.
So I'm going to go to the State Farm insurance agent and say, okay, give me a quote.
What? Yeah, exactly.
I got Allstate too, and I got the same problem.
We've had State Farm since we've been here, and they've treated us right, except for when that damn dog tore my car up. It did go up $3.
Yeah, I wouldn't care if it went up $10.
Just not up to 1,300, right?
Yeah. And he hasn't had a ticket. I haven't filed a claim in 35 years.
Man. Well, I found that article I was looking for the other night that the guy had the hot mic on and made the comment. The comment was, Biden's plan is we will have to get a yearly annual COVID-19 vaccination shot. If you so choose. Zoom audio is low. That's got to be an OBS thing. Let me go look at that. Zoom audio is low. Okay, so somebody say something in Zoom.
I'm fine.
Fine.
yeah, sounds alright.
Yeah, you're fine with me, but someone said in the chat room it's low. I bumped it up. Hopefully that'll fix it.
I got my speaker set at 67%.
Oh, mine's at 20. Let me bump that up a little bit. See if that helps. Now it'll be too loud. Boy, he is snoozing away. Not anymore.
Bless his heart.
I should bill him for putting him to sleep every night.
There you go. Charge him rent.
Now that should. Okay, Tom K says YouTube audio is perfect. I bet it's going to be a little loud now because I adjusted it in OBS and I turned my volume up. So that'll be the next dilemma with me is when I get moved, I'm going to buy a Blue Yeti because I'm not getting the microphone that's above me and I can pull it down and all that. That's just ridiculous. And then I'll have to figure out how to make that work fine. A suggestion was made today, instead of buying a green screen, just paint the wall behind me, which will be a solid wall, green. Whatever the green chroma key color is, just paint the wall. It's kind of smart if you think about it.
I'm going to share my screen. It might already been talked about. You might already know about it, but I'm not for sure. Let me see if it shows. Look at the bottom.
Look at the bottom.
Yeah, look at the bottom of my screen underneath the controls.
Oh, it says Carrie, what happens when you, and I can't read the rest of it.
When a customer brings a very old computer in.
Oh.
Oh. Hold on.
Why is that just not showing up? Wasn't that like a couple days ago? Or did I dream that? Now I got to go look. YouTube.
Okay, I don't know why it's.
Uh-oh,
we have like the second half of people on the very bottom underneath the clock. It was showing 2 of me, 2 of Gary, and 2 of Darren.
Share it again.
All right. Yeah, as soon as it starts sharing, look at the bottom right in between the clock.
Oh, yeah, I see that. Yep. Okay, so that's going to be,
And I refreshed YouTube one time, so it could still be me. I'm not sure.
Give me a second. Let me look at something here. There's the clock. There's the window capture. There's the game capture. Leave your shared screen up. I'm going to see if it goes away. Yep, looks like it just went away. Refresh and see if it still looks like that. By Jove, I think that solved it.
Let me stop and say hello. Yep, you got it.
Yep, it was an OBS setting. Damn that OBS. I may have to go to XSplit after all, doggone it. Hang on, let me call Doug. Hey, Doug, I'm going to need some help. It's only 9:30. I should call him. See if he's in bed or not. Sure, that would go over well. And sometimes I wonder about his sense of humor. Well, sometimes I wonder about my sense of humor too, though. So, no, never. I'm telling you, when I die, I want him to cut my head open and see. They're going to cut up and goes, "Oh, that explains a lot."
Oh, goddamn river rocks.
They'll go, "Oh, now we don't. Now we have another disease we can diagnose after death. First Alzheimer's, and now this is the. Damn it! My flash drive just fell off my TV. That's weird. I think the ghost is trying to tell me something. She's in there watching reruns of the Ghost Whisperer, so I walked up behind her where she couldn't see me, and I went, ching, 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 ching. She goes, that doesn't scare me.
Get a balloon, blow it up, and then hit it with a pin.
I scare her. I scare her all the time. We were sitting on the couch the other day, side by side. We were watching some goofy horror movie, and I'm just waiting for the right opportunity to go, gotcha! And boy, she jumped. She goes, don't do that. It's better to be like that than walk around and be kind of boring. I get put in a nursing home, I'll probably get kicked out because I'll make everybody mad, and I'll end up in 4 or 5 different nursing homes. Nah, I hope to never, ever end up in a nursing home. Seen too many things.
I don't want my kids wasting all their money.
Well, and that too. I mean,
And they don't even have any money.
yeah. Yeah, it's
They will when I'm gone, but
you did add me, right? We talked
Sure.
about that. Okay, I just wanted to make sure because you were
I added you to the will. You get 35%.
yeah, you were kind of fuzzy when we were discussing this, so I just wanted to make sure. Thank you.
I was a little tired that day.
No.
I tell you, we're pulling his dash out of his '97 Chevy pickup. That thing is heavy compared to mine. When I had to pull my cluster and everything out to reconnect the new odometer cable.
Yeah, I don't think I would want to work on anything after about probably 1980, maybe even newer or older, maybe 1975-ish or so. I know my 68 Camaro, I could literally sit on the wheel well and work on the engine. You're not doing that today.
No.
That 73 Plymouth my parents had, there you could put a house in the engine wheel where the engine's at with the engine in it. And the trunk, you could live in the trunk. That car was huge.
And a 68 Nova. That trunk was pretty big.
Nice car. Real nice car.
Yeah, I spent some money on it. Had an engine put in there. Took the 2-speed power glide out. Put a turbo 350 with a transdo shift kit and her shifter on the floor. Put bucket seats in. Small steering wheel. Put a little stereo in there. At that time, it was a little stereo. Not like the one I put in my tractor. I I got that from Crutchfield on sale.
You know what song's running through my head right now, don't you?
What?
Low rider goes a little slower. I can see Greg going down the road. He's got hydraulics. Up, down, up, down, up, down.
I never liked those.
I've never understood that either. I do not get that.
They cost a lot of money.
Oh, geez.
And a lot of work to install them, too.
Yeah, and can you imagine the headache of you're out there making that thing do its thing, and all of a sudden you break a hose and the car goes ba-ding, and it's stuck?
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, that would be funny. I just never have understood that. Oh, the clock is still there. I just now noticed that. Thank you, Robert, for pointing that out. I don't miss much.
Yeah, I put headers on
Believe
it.
that. We've been an hour already. Good golly. Long time.
Remember, I made the mistake of cleaning the stop tires, or the stop wheels. Clean them, let them dry. Then I took some nice shiny black paint, painted them. It was hell getting that tire off one time when I had to get the lug nuts off.
Oh,
Damn, I thought I was going to pull the kidney out.
That's funny.
Had big ass G60s on the ass end.
Yeah, yeah, me too. With Krager SS's.
No, I never got into buying those.
That's what I had. I went 68 Camaro to a 67 Buick Skylark to a 1946 Chevy to a 74 Volkswagen Beetle to a 70 Chevelle. All from 16 to 18. Never wrecked a one of them.
When I got married, the wife had a 77 Toyota Corolla. We traded that in and got a 82 Toyota Corolla. Then I bought a 85 Renault Alliance L. So she would have a car and I would go to the ship. And I got rid of that, bought my tractor. And in between that, I bought her a 1990 Toyota Celica ST Coupe Custom. That was a nice car. That thing would cruise at 90 miles an hour when we were in California on the highway. And you wouldn't even realize it was so smooth.
Yeah, yeah.
Had a spoiler on the back, air dam in the front.
My mom had a 75 or 76 Buick Regal. That was a nice car. I liked it.
Yeah.
I think the smallest, stupidest car I ever owned was when I was in the Army. We had a Chevette. Now, if you can picture a 6'4" person trying to get in and out of a Chevette, it would
Probably better be all the way back.
Yeah. I actually could get in and out of the bug easier than I could that stupid Chevette, but that's what she wanted, and that's what we got, and I'm like, okay. The coolest vehicle I've ever owned, by far, hands down, I had a 1966 GMC step van, where you sat out over the front tires. That was a cool little van. I traded a motorcycle for it. Then I bought the motorcycle back about 3 months later.
I remember one day she had to work. She was working real estate for a while, and I drove her to work. I saw wash and wax your car. So I washed it, dried it, took rubbing compound to it, buffed it all out, then waxed it and cleaned the inside out, armor-alled everything, dressed the tires out, cleaned the windows inside and out. she drove to work the next Monday morning. She said everybody said looked like a brand new car. I said, yeah, 2 days.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm glad you said that because I was afraid you were going to say she went to work the next morning and had a wreck.
No.
That would be my luck.
I put 4 coats of wax on it though. And that was by hand, not with a buffer.
Was that the old turtle wax, was it?
No, I used nothing but wires.
I used to like to work on my car and wash it and clean it and wax it and make it look good.
I bought a $20 buffer from Walmart about 3 years ago, 4 years ago. That thing works like a champ.
I had the best buffer there was. I had the wax on, wax off.
I got tired of doing that.
Yeah, it does. It did get old.
Especially as you get older.
Yeah.
Especially doing the lower half of the car.
Yeah.
That's when you need one of those little mechanic seats.
No, if I get down that low, I ain't getting up. They might as well just roll me away somewhere. That's what bothers me the most is I don't mind getting old. I don't mind having my memory stuff. But, man, the flexibility and when you get down on the floor or you got to do something that's, lower than what I'm comfortable with, it's just a pain in the neck.
Shit. Yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. My son had spilled a bunch of stuff on the floor. He cooked stuff, seasoning, little bits of food and stuff. So I dry swept it all up. Then I took this bleach cleaner that I had, and I sprayed all around the bottom of the stove and the cabinets, all around the sink and all around there, and back around by the refrigerator, all around there. And I did over by the trash can, did over there. And I got some hanging plants. I must have knocked some dirt out, so I cleaned that all up. Damn, it don't look good, but it was hard getting up.
I'll bet. I find my biggest issue is if something falls on the floor, I'm finding that floor is getting further and further and further away. And then you'll bend over to pick it up and you'll just get a very hold of it. You'll get it about an inch off the floor and you drop it.
If it's something metal, get one of those magnets on a stick.
Well, if it's small enough, I just kick it under the refrigerator or the stove, whichever is closest. I feel sorry for someone who moves that. They're going to find a whole garden of stuff under there.
I pull my refrigerator out once a year. I scrub the wall, vacuum the back of it, coils.
I'll give you the address to my new house, and we'll have a yearly visit. I'll cook on the barbecue, and you can clean.
I'm not above cleaning. I'll clean baseboards. I've done my whole first.
Oh, God, we don't even want to talk about the baseboards. Nope, that's not happening.
I get my can of great Walmart bathroom cleaner. It's a white foam. Just shake it, spray it, then come back with a wet cloth, wipe it off. Looks good.
We got a pretty good system. Lorna does everything that's like lower than what I can comfortably reach, and I have to do all the stuff above, which is easy to do, obviously. I don't mind doing that. And I got to get this chair positioned. I cannot get a comfortable thing here. Stopped raining. I don't hear no more drops on the house.
One time I hear it raining, if it's hitting the glass windows.
I don't mind hearing the water. It dropped to 52. It's going to start raining again here at 1 o'clock. 100% chance is what it's saying. Well, you know what? They've changed the forecast now. They're saying now, according to the weather app, it's not going to change over to snow till 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Then you can make a Walmart run.
I hope not.
You like me, spend $199.
Oh no, no. I went to our local Walmart for Valentine's Day, and I got her a orchid, roses, and one of them goofy little balloons that said "Happy Valentine's Day." And she posted it all over Facebook. All of her Filipino friends were like, "Oh, I wish my husband was like that." I'm like, it's really not that much if you think about it. And no, it wasn't a dying orchid. I actually splurged and spent money and got her a real orchid.
I got up this morning, it was 61 degrees
Man,
in the living room.
long for those days. Lorna's real good about, we do go to Walmart to the garden center and we look for their dying plants because she's got, I want to say 10 or 11 rehab orchids that were dying and now they're blooming here. So she knows what she's doing with them. The bad thing is they're on our kitchen table and they got them stupid little sticks that stick out. When I walk by, I swear them sticks reach out and grab me because the next thing I know, there's bark on the floor and we get that house though. She'll get that porch filled with plants and that'll be nice. Which I hope that goes through. Really
In a couple more months, it'll be time to start digging up the flower beds and start planting stuff.
You know, it's funny you should say that because when I was cleaning the garage yesterday, I reached up in my little whatever shelf thing, and it was a pot, and I thought, oh, this is trash. And when I went to throw it away, I heard something rattling around, and I looked in there, and it's bulbs of tulips, and they got about this much growth on them already. So I can't wait to get them in the ground. I'm not putting them in the ground here, but I can't wait to get them in the ground. And then hopefully we can have roses. I need to see the CC&Rs. We got a $5 a month HOA thing. Oh, damn, my leg is swollen. Great. Haven't had that issue in a long time. I look like an old person. Guess I better break out the things I have to use to compress my legs. I would ask what else could go wrong, but we all know not to ask that. It's a Monday. It's been a Monday all day for me. Monday on Wednesday.
Yeah, I planted some purple cabbage around my mailbox post. I got some bricks around there.
Oh, bloody hell.
They like the cold weather.
Oddly enough, cabbage is a weird plant.
Yeah.
And it's becoming a decorative plant now instead of a food item. Yeah, we'll get things worked out. I mean, if it's meant to be, it'll happen. If not, we won't. Yeah, it does. It does.
I've been toying with the idea of having them come in, people that did the carpeting, have them come back and rip up all my vinyl flooring so I can shoot a bunch of screws down. They got some small squeaks, and when I walk down the hallway towards the door from the kitchen to the front door, I get right by the bathroom there, and I can hear slap, slap, the actual subfloor moving.
Yeah. That kind of reminds me of that one place we looked at that I literally stepped on the floor and went, whoop. And I'm like, God, please don't break. I don't want to go through this floor. I haven't checked on that one lately to see if they dropped the price yet. No need to. The only one I really want to follow is I want to follow the one from Saturday to see what they sold it for. And I really want to see if the one that had the theater in it, what it eventually goes for. Because it's still on the market as of today. So maybe the guy accepted an offer and their financing fell through. You never know.
Possible.
Well, you know, I mean, you would think nowadays, since everyone gets pre-qualified, that they would have a pretty good idea of what they could get. And we're fully qualified, which is nice. And we're under what we were supposed to get or could get, which is nice. Well, let me go see. Where do I have that at? I believe I have. Oh.
Ah, shit, that's right. I saw an article on CNN today that they blocked all the shipments of avocados from Mexico. So my kid likes guacamole.
Yeah, about once a year, it's all right.
So that's gonna go up, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. Everything's going to. I never even heard the notification that I got an email. I had an email. Nothing. That's weird. All right, now I'll go see how long I've been going on. 1 hour and 15 minutes. All right. No, we don't want to see me laughing in the purple rain at all, ever. Although I could go outside right now and have Lorna hold the camera out and do that. I played a joke on her tonight. I took my arms out of my sleeves and I said, I went and got the vaccine today. Didn't affect me at all. Not sure where my arms went. She didn't quite catch the joke. She was short.
Says 12 hours and 55 minutes.
Do what?
I said the Zoom says 12 hours and 55 minutes.
That's about right. It sounds pretty close to accurate, actually.
Yep.
Yeah, we keep it going long enough. We'll see if it kicks us out at, what is it, 40 hours or something like that?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to be here for 40 hours. But
I damn sure ain't.
no, we could rotate it. Do shifts.
Yeah.
Get Alex to join every once in a great while.
10-hour shifts.
Let me end the stream. So I'm going to go ahead and end the YouTube stream. So let me see who we had in here tonight. We had Tony Wallow, Greg Guy, Catherine Anner Hauserman. She's asleep, so I don't have to give her a shout out. RM, Tom K, Kenny Witten, Blackwatch was there. Jeff Ryman was there.
Yeah.
And I believe that's everybody. Thank you guys for being here. We'll see you tomorrow night. I'm going to end the stream. Good night, Tony. No proper. Orange Crush is good. I like Orange Crush. Well, I used to like Orange Crush. I don't anymore.
It's okay.